I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with some repurchases, and these are like, broken record products, so I'm going to kind of speed through them. I placed an order on Josie Maran for some more of the Protect and Perfect, which is the tinted version of the SPF 47 sunscreen. Been using it for a really long time. I had kind of got away from mixing the original with the tinted version, and then my order before this one, I got one of the tinted ones, and I actually went through it already because I've been enjoying the extra warmth that's been giving my skin. So this is already open because I cracked into it. So I got two of the tinted Protect and Perfect SPF 47s and another one of the original. And then epic fail, I just realized I went to order 3 more of the Cupcake Huda Beauty powders that I love for setting my face, and so I grabbed 3 more before the sale ended as backups to hopefully last me till, like, I don't know, October or something. And I'm just now realizing I accidentally got Pound Cake. I pulled up my order to make sure that it was my mistake, and it was. I like Cupcake. But I can make Pound Cake work. It's just a little bit more bright than Cupcake without, like, the pink undertone. I'm, like, totally disappointed that I did that. So now I have 3 of the Pound Cake versions, but anyway, this powder, the formulation of it is great. It's just that the Cupcake shade is my favorite shade. So I also bought 3 more of the No. 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced All-in-One Foundation in Cool Vanilla. I got 3 of these guys. I go through this pretty quickly. I almost put it on like moisturizer sort of, because it's such a, it has coverage, but it never looks like heavy on the skin, and I love that SPF 50, but again, another product I've been using for a very long time, so I ordered 3 more of those. I also bought the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Sweet Candy, which is a new flavor from the brand. I was using the one, I think it's like a berry shade, and I've been having it in my pocket and really enjoying applying it as a moisturizing product throughout the day, so I think I'm half done with that one, but I really was intrigued by the Sweet Candy flavor. It's a squeezy tube with a slanted applicator, which I also quite like, and it does smell, has this nice sweet candy scent, but this is a really good product from Laneige, so I got that guy right here. It kind of just goes on clear. There isn't much of a tint to it. I also picked up one of the Ecotools Blurring Blenders, which is a new product. It says absorbs less makeup, suitable for sensitive skin. It's this product right here, and I was intrigued because I really liked the tip, so I use this to apply concealer and foundation today, and I do like the pointed tip, but I realized that my favorite one is curved on this side. So this one's, as you can see right here, is much more blunt on this side without the kind of curved edge, and it kind of can put a little bit more line, so I had to work a bit harder in the concealer aspect to blend the concealer out. Other than that, it's a good sponge, so it's still larger from when I wet it when I put my makeup on today. This is a Wet n Wild sponge, which are some of my absolute favorite sponges that I have ever tried, but I thought I'd give this one a go, and it is a nice sponge. I don't find that it absorbs a ton of, product, which is what it's claiming. So that's the Ecotools Blurring Blender right there. I also grabbed another shade of one of my favorite concealers. It's the Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Concealer. And I remember reading a comment saying that the N80 is actually the lightest shade. And out of the 4 shades that I now have, yes, it is the lightest shade. For whatever reason, N95, which has like a slightly warm undertone, just works so well for me. But I just wanted a bit more brightest, so I got the N80 shade. This is the combination that I have underneath my eyes, is like 1 part of N80 to 2 parts of N95. So 0.37 fluid ounces of product in this guy right here, and this is made in France. I think I said I had 4 shades. I have 3 shades of the concealer. C105, which has got a nice tone to it, but I just wish it was a bit brighter, so I've actually enjoyed this shade more, mixing it with a dash of the N80 as well. So let me start off with the new N80 shade. It has a medium coverage. It's easy to blend out. It looks really flattering underneath the eyes. So here is N80, which is the shade I just picked up and the lightest shade in the range. And then I'll swatch N95, which is probably my most used, which I always find quite interesting because, again, it's got this warm undertone, but for whatever reason, it just really flatters me. And then here is C105 right here. So you've got N80, N95, and C105. I absolutely love this concealer. It is currently my go-to favorite concealer that I have. So let's kind of do a little bit of a blend out. And I got a combo of those two underneath my eyes today. Just a beautiful, beautiful concealer. I sound a bit nasally. It's springtime. I've been riding outside and my allergies are out of hand. So that's why I kind of sound a bit nasally. I also grabbed two of the new Sephora Sheer Shine lipsticks. I hauled two of the Lacquer Shines, I believe, last video, but I've got on number 20 on my lips today, just with a Too Faced lip liner in Badass. So I just lined my lips with it and then I put this on the rest of my lips. And I mean, is that not like super, super pretty? Very comfortable on the lips. It feels almost like a balm. And for having like that really pretty sparkle to it, they're not like gritty either. So let me swatch the shade 20 right here, which it looks white in the tube, but it's got this really beautiful iridescence to it, like blue, pink, and kind of purple with a whitish base to it. So that one is 20. This is what the packaging looks like. There's no box on these, they just come with the sticker. 0.10 ounces of product, and these are made in France. And the other shade I got is 18. Same thing, really pretty sparkle. This one's a little bit warmer in tone. It has like a warmer base to it. But just very, very shiny, juicy, pretty lip product. So that's 18 right there. That's what the packaging looks like. It is a click style mechanism. And then I got an order from Shroud Cosmetics that I actually forgot that I placed because it's been that long since I placed the order, which this is actually the first time I've done that. So I was like, I got the shipping notification. I was like, what palette did I order? I knew it was a palette because I really like the Shroud formula. And I was like, oh yeah. So it's the Dark Academia eyeshadow palette. And I ordered this back in November. So that would be why I forgot about it, because it's now May. So 5.5 months is how long it took, which is crazy. But I finally got it. The quality is really great. I really do like the Shroud Cosmetics formulation. 0.42 ounces of product in here. 9 shades, 0.05 ounces or 1.5 grams. So you're getting quite a bit of product in here. And this is made in the USA. So this is the box packaging. And then here is the actual packaging. It's a cardboard with a magnetic closure. There is a mirror in there. And then here are your shades. I do find myself when I use this wanting to bring in a lighter highlight shade, whether it be a matte or a shimmer shade. So everything in here is mid-tone or deeper. So it's been a pairing palette for me, which isn't that big of a deal because these are magnetized as well. So I can always pull one out, and they're that kind of standard shadow size pan. So I could always just pull a shade out and put kind of a highlighty shade in. I just thought that was so crazy. I was like, I have never forgot about an order that I placed until now. And then these guys. And then this last shade. So that is the Shroud Cosmetics Dark Academia palette right there. And then I placed an order on the Melt website for a couple products from their newest collection, which is called Smoke Sessions 2. So here's the card that came in the box. And then here are the products that launched in the collection. I got one of the metal eyes and one of the gel liners. I was tempted to get all of them because they look so cool, but I just went with the two. So let me start off with those. So I got the Reflect Gel Liner in Haze. This guy has got, let me see, 0.084 fluid ounces of product, and it is made in Italy. It comes in a glass jar style packaging. This is the liner that I've got on the upper lash line today for the wing. I absolutely love the color of this. I did put 1 drop of Durline in this for today to make it a little bit more fluid. The first time that I used it, I found myself having to kind of work with the formula more because it was a little bit drier than I like. So that's why I added the Durline to make it a little bit more fluid and easy to work with. And it worked out great. It's still, you know, the same color and stuff like that. So I just want to make note that I did put a drop of Durline in here. But this is such a beautiful liner color. Just a rich kind of eggplant. So that is Haze Reflect Gel Liner. And again, I got that on the upper lash line today. And then I got one of a new product from the brand. It's the Duochrome Eyeshadow Gel. And I got the shade Sour Grape. So this guy here is made in China. There's 0.13 ounces or 3.7 grams of product in this guy. Also a glass style packaging. This one has got a little piece of foil over the top, so I kind of just leave that on there and try to crack it open because I think that it might be a product that might dry out quite quickly, which is unfortunate because it's really pretty. I can't vouch for certain because it is new, but it does have that kind of foil over the top of it. So I've got this dabbed over the shadow that I used. So it's kind of right there, that blue kind of reflect that you see is this kind of just dabbed over the top of that. So this is the shade. It is so pretty. It kind of actually reminds me of the Jelly Much shadows from Colourpop. These ones are a bit more like fluid feeling, so I hope that they, you know, stay good for a long time. But isn't that a pretty color? It's got like these piecey, I don't know, really fine glitters in it. It reflects purple and kind of like blue. It's a cool product. I've been enjoying using it. I also seen it like over the liner, like if I dab some over that purple liner, you can kind of see what it looks like over the top of that. So that is Sour Grape Duochrome Eyeshadow Gel from Melt right there. And then lastly from Melt, I got the Smoke Sessions 2 eyeshadow palette. So this guy's got 14.2 grams or 0.5 ounces of product, and this one is made in the USA. So here is the box packaging, and this is the first packaging that Melt has done like this. It's got like a layer of plastic on the top, so it's hard, and it's kind of etched in there as like a, if you can kind of hear that right there. It's quite pretty. And then the back and the rest of the packaging is a cardboard with a magnetic closure, and there is a mirror in there as well. So these are the shades. I have used every single shade in here and I've gotten along with all of them. The mattes are a little bit dry, so I have to just pick up more product when I go into those shades, but they do blend out really well and they're very pigmented. And the shimmers are just absolutely stunning. The shadows are also magnetized inside of the palette, which is good because, again, I can swap out shades in here. There isn't a light enough shade to make this a one and done for me. Everything is pretty medium to deep in here. So I find myself pairing it with other shadows. Today for the highlight component in my eye look, I used the highlighter that I have on today, which I'll show you here in a minute as well. So it's primarily this palette and that highlighter that's on my eyes. So let's go ahead and give you guys some swatches. Like if there was just like one, I don't know, iridescent light purpley kind of color, then it would have been, you know, one and done. But again, they are magnetized, so I could swap them out with something. But aren't those beautiful purples? And then these next four here. Very pretty. I mean, they're pretty distinguishable, but one of them maybe, like these two shades, yeah, this is like a satin and this one's a shimmer. Maybe one of those could have just been a bit lighter, just to be one and done for convenience purposes. But very beautiful palette here from Melt Cosmetics. Again, this is their Smoke Sessions 2 eyeshadow palette, and I primarily got this on today. And that's actually everything that I got in that I purchased, and then I got some awesome PR packages. So Colourpop sent me over the Beauty and the Beast collection, which I was very excited to receive this. It's been a minute since I think I got anything from Colourpop, but this guy here's got an eyeshadow palette, a pressed 2 pressed powder blushes, a Super Shock highlighter, and then 2 sets of the Luxe lipstick and Ultra Glossy Lip Duo, and then a lip mask. So this is the card that came inside of the box there. Very, very cute. So the Super Shock highlighter is called Special Guest. There's 8 grams or 0.28 ounces of product. Colourpop products are made in the USA, and the box packaging on all these pieces is just super, super cute. The actual packaging here is hard plastic. These ones here can be a little bit hard to open, like this style packaging. I find myself struggling sometimes, but the highlighter initially I thought, oh, that's going to have an undercast on me, but it doesn't. It's very, very pretty. It's the highlighter that I've got on the top of my cheeks today, and this is the product that I used with the Melt palette for underneath the brow and on the inner portion of the lid to kind of give that highlight. So it's a Super Shock, so you can see it's kind of like that squishy formula. It goes over my dry skin super, super well, and it's just got this really beautiful iridescence to it. So that there is the Super Shock highlighter in Special Guest, and that again is what I've got on today for highlight. And then there are 2 powder blushes. These are 6 grams or 0.21 ounces a piece. Again, super, super cute box packaging on these guys. And the one that I have got on my cheeks today, which is just this really delicate kind of baby pink shade, is called Mrs. Potts. So it's a cardboard with a magnetic closure. It's a matte blush. And again, this is what I've got on my cheeks today. It's just a really pretty delicate baby pink color. So that is Mrs. Potts. And then the other one is called Chip. And this is actually a bronzer for me. And this is what I use to kind of bronze up my face today as well. So this one again is called Chip. And it is a quite bronzy shade. So that's what I used it as today. Right there. So that's Chip, and that one's Mrs. Potts. The packaging. And then there's the Enchanted Rose lip mask. Again, with the packaging on this stuff, it's just very, very cute. The packaging is shaped like a rose. And then you have got the lip mask. It's got this really kind of delicate, rosy, kind of sweet scent to it. It's just a really pretty, kind of easy to wear, lightly tinted pink lip mask. So that guy is Enchanted Rose lip mask right there. And then there are 2 lip kits. This first one is Great Adventure lipstick and lip gloss duo. The lipstick is 3.5 grams or 0.12 ounces, and the ultra glossy lip is 3.15 grams or 0.11 ounces of product in here. So I'll start off with the glossy lip in Bookworm, which is just kind of this really pretty milky pink color with a slight bit of iridescence in it. Kind of has this fruity scent to it. Very pretty color. So that's Bookworm. And then the lipstick is called, where's the shade on here? Not So Odd. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's a click style mechanism, and it's just a really pretty rose lipstick. I do quite like the lipstick formulation from Colourpop, the Luxe formula. So that is Not So Odd is what that one is. Second one is called Break the Spell. Look at this packaging, you guys. It's just very, very cute. So Break the Spell has also got the glossy lip, which is a pretty nude with some sparkles in it, and then the lipstick in Last Petal. So let's swatch the glossy lip here. Again, it's like a brown with some sparkle to it. Same kind of sweet scent to it. And then the lipstick is kind of a deep brown. There are roses embossed on the bullet as well. It's a pretty rich brown. So there is the shade Last Petal right there. And then again, the glossy lip is called Kind and Gentle. So those are the 2 lip duos right there. And then lastly, we have got the eyeshadow palette. So this has got 13 grams or 0.46 ounces of product. This is the box packaging. Again, very, very cute. And then here is the palette. It's got the really pretty imagery on it. It's a cardboard with a magnetic closure. And then your shadows are also magnetized in there. And there's one pressed glitter shade, which is this guy right here. And I've talked before about Colourpop does a really good job with their pressed glitter formula. I find it's one that is actually easily usable. So let me go ahead and give you guys some swatches. They work great as toppers, and they also work great by themselves. The times that I've worn this palette, I just loved kind of the uniqueness that came out of it, like the blues with the rose tones, you know. I almost wore this one today, but then I wore the Smoke Sessions one. But like just really pretty colors. And then that middle row, this is that pressed glitter shade. And then the bottom row here. This palette actually, for me, reads quite summery. Where should we put these guys? Right here. It is a standalone for me, for sure, too. Those are all, well, this is a matte with sparkles in it, that type of formula. And these ones are mattes. So there is the eyeshadow palette, and then you can kind of see all the tones and how they work together from the collection. And a huge thank you to Colourpop for sending me over their Beauty and the Beast collection. It is a pretty one for sure. And then lastly, I got in a PR package from the House of Sillage. They came out with an 85th anniversary edition of their Batman fragrance, which I love the Batman fragrance that they came out with the first time. This is the same fragrance, but it's in a different limited edition packaging. I also love the men's cologne version of the Batman as well. That's a really good one. So it says, introducing the Batman 85th Anniversary Fragrance Collection by the House of Sillage, a captivating recreation inspired by the legendary hero. This new collection is a relaunch from our theatrical The Batman 2022 collection. Some beautiful fragrances with revamped packaging. So the card that came in the packaging looks like this. So it's got a different bottle for the men's cologne as well. And then this is the new bottle from the 85th anniversary, and I'll show you the first bottle that they did for the Batman as well. And I'm wearing this one today. I've actually been wearing it quite a bit. The top notes are candied apple, pear leaves, and magnolia. The heart notes are smoky rose, violet, leather accord, and the base notes are sandalwood, musk, patchouli, moss, and warm vanilla. So it's not a real like gourmand scent or anything like that, even though there is like that candy apple and the warm vanilla in there. It's got like this kind of sensual smell to it. 2 spritzes of this lasts throughout the whole day. I can smell the fragrance all day long. It's kind of reminds me like kind of like the card looks, like a deep kind of sensual fragrance. I find it quite sultry and pretty easy to wear. So let me show you guys. The box, always the House of Sillage does such beautiful packaging. So it comes in a black box and it's got the House of Sillage ribbon on there. So here is the box packaging right here. And then let me open it up. The presentation is just everything, right? And then here is the inside with your bottle. It's got the authenticity card in there as well. So the actual bottle is French glass, and then you have got Swarovski crystals adorned on it. You've got it on the bat, and then it's also kind of accentuating the windows on the city around the edges, and then it's a blue that fades to black. Just a really, really, really pretty bottle. And then they also etch Batman inside of the cap, and then you can see it right there etched on the edge of the lid. And yeah, 2 spritzes, like I said, I can smell it all day long. It's a really deep, pretty unique kind of sensual scent. So I just wanted to show you guys the first bottle that they did for the Batman hero version. So the bat is also Swarovski crystals, and then around the edge there as well. And then the new one's got gold, and this one's black and silver. But just really, really pretty. I'm very thankful to the House of Sillage for sending me over such beautiful fragrances. They're just stunning. The bottles are stunning. The fragrances are stunning. I've said it before, unique. It's very hard to find comparable fragrances to the ones that they do. The formulation is a 20% perfume oil that's in there. So again, how beautiful. Massive thank you to the House of Sillage for sending me over their 85th anniversary edition of Batman. It's just so pretty. Look at that blue glass. This one here is a red that fades to black. Kind of hard to see on camera, but so pretty. And that is everything that I have for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.